Hi everyone, so this time review for Hindu 2015. Okay, so what we see here, it's hard to say because the eye picture is not the best picture. There's a lot of glare, but I would say that this is a blue eye. And the reason why I would say this is because the area around the pupil is extremely brown, and that's usually, if you look at a person's eye, the area of around the pupil is the darkest, most lymph congested area for almost everybody uniformly. Because our diet, like the way we were kind of taught to eat, which is like a standard diet, it's not the best diet for us. And that diet, as it hits the GI, that's where the toxins start to build up. Okay, so that's probably the worst area out of all the areas. Um, and in your case, we can see a light, like a medium, I would say brown around the pupil. So that's the toxicity. So that's not your natural eye color. That's just the toxicities that's been built up. Now, if we look out, we see nerve rings, which is indicative of, um, not well functioning nervous system. So you might be having problems because of that. And that's again because you're so congested. And we see a dark skin ring. Again, an indication that your skin is not eliminating well. Okay, so all of this means that the lymph is not eliminating right, and your GI is very kind of gunked up. So this means that none of this is your real color, and your color is actually what we see between your nerve rings. So you see like the nerve rings that are going circularly around the eye. But it's not white because that's lymph as well. So I think that it's a shade of blue. I really do. Because their eyes can't be naturally that light. So it's either that light or it's blue. One of the two. It's not that light, so it's got to be blue. And that's my rationalization of you having blue eyes. If anybody is listening to this and you feel different, please link it or put a comment down below, because we gotta give the everybody that I do reviews on. If you feel different, please comment, because it's not an ego thing. Like, I'm not gonna get mad because you're saying something that was opposite of what I said, because the person needs to know all the information that we can give them. So I would work on cleaning up the GI, because see, the other problem with GI that's not well known is when you have a dirty GI, that's actually stuff that's stuck on top. Okay, so you have your GI, which is like a hose, right? And there's stuff that's stuck to the walls of it. You're supposed to be absorbing nutrients there, but you're not absorbing nutrients because there's hard stuff that's stuck on top of it that's like blocking the nutrients from being absorbed. You're absorbing some, but you're not absorbing nearly as well as you should be. So I would say cleaning out the GI is job one, and you can clean it out by not putting any more toxins into your body, such as unnatural foods. So you want to focus on fruits, on vegetables, but at the same time doing like GI cleanses, things like that is also a good idea. I know like Dr. Moore's has GI broom. There's some other ones, I can link them below here too. Again, there's a lot of stuff out there, and you got to be careful, like don't overdo it and cause problems, because these things are serious. I know they feel like, oh, herbal, whatever, but they're serious. So you want to make sure you're gentle, but at the same time detox, and don't put any more bad things into your body. Only focus on good foods. They don't have to be organic, but at least they need to be natural. Okay, organic is like a step better, but if you can afford it, fine. If you can't, then you don't have to. Just if it's things like apples, just peel the skin. Like, don't eat the skin, because they spray it so hard, these fruits now, that it's pretty much impossible to, like, you know wash them off, like wash the stuff off, because when they spray it, they make sure it's water resistant for rain. So it's very, very hard to wash it off. So things that, like fruits that have very thin skin, such as like apples, cucumbers, like, well, berries. Ideally, berries you would get organic because you can't really peel them, right? But things with thin skin usually are the ones that get sprayed the most, and because the skin is so thin, it absorbs inside as well, especially like the berries. But things like, for example, like an avocado or bananas, like you don't need to buy those organic because the skin is so thick it's not getting through and you're peeling it anyway. You're not eating the skin. So anyways, that was the review. I don't think your eye is, I mean, it is pretty congested considering that it's blue, but it's nothing that you can't undo. So just work hard on fixing those things, and especially working on your GI. I also see that the GI kind of spread into the brain area as well a little bit. So if you're experiencing like headaches, nervousness, things like that, that's probably because it's so congested, it's not working properly. Also, there's lymphatic massage that you can do for yourself, like a head massage. You can YouTube it. You can search in YouTube, lymph massage. There's a girl who's a practitioner who shows how to do it, and that's also very helpful in kind of moving lymph. And you'll be able to feel your lymph actually moving as you do that massage. Anyways, that was the review. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll link all my information below, so if you guys want to send me your eyes, you can do it through those sources. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.